Yo everybody, what's going on? This is Keegan from Kman Reviews. If you enjoy this review, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and if you have any opinions at all you would like to share, leave them down in the comment section below. Noah Jeans, Apotheosis. Noah Jeans, up-and-coming singer, songwriter, musician. This is the second hometown artist I will be reviewing. The first one was Malcolm and his album Vibey Rock, which if you missed that, I will leave a link in the corner for you to go check that out. I've been following Noah's career since the start with his debut single Parallax. Since then, he's released 2 EPs, Romanticized and From Olympia. Both I really enjoyed, with plenty of other extra singles like Narcissist, Headache, and Ambrosia. However, now we finally get to his debut album Apotheosis, one of my most anticipated albums of this year, believe it or not. 10 tracks, 28 minutes, so did it live up to my expectations? Let's find out as I review this album track by track. Before I delve into the actual tracks, there are these 2 instrumental cuts, Oh Man Ipulative and Sunday Grooves. The former is a lot more of a vibey track. It features very elegant synths, snaps, mesmerizing synth work, definitely more of an easy listening cut. The latter, as the title suggests, is a lot more of a groove, showing off this bass line, thick percussion, and a plucky guitar melody. Both of these instrumentals are very well done and work well as palate cleansers in between the core songs of this album. And now, we'll start off this review properly with the singles, with there only being one of them, and that being Afterglow, which is just right on that verge of being a pop song. I mean, hell, it even features a drop. Yet the track just feels that extra bit ominous that would keep it off the radio, with the synths feeling very entrancing and that bass and percussion, adding that pop-friendly appeal to the track, just enough so basically anyone could enjoy it. And lyrically, it's mainly about not getting caught up in this girl's problems, taking time to focus on himself. Very appropriate lead-off single. Now for the rest of the tracks. The opener and title track Apotheosis is a spoken word opener, and a haunting one at that, especially accentuated by that beat in the background sounding like it was put in reverse, not to mention Noah's vocals glitching and pitching down every now and then. Noah's talking about this whole idea of ascension, heading to Olympia in a very poetic manner, and his voice and tone feel very otherworldly and philosophic. It's quite an enticing opener. Careful Icarus parentheses The Fall is such an engaging song, especially with this spare instrumental for the most part of the track, just some rather gentle guitar picking and drum work as Noah sings in this falsetto on the verses that could definitely pose as a bit of a turnoff for this album, as it does morph with this beat in a very idiosyncratic way. However, the chorus is pretty catchy, and the breakdown is very eerie with the vocal effects and also tropical percussion. It's a great track, definitely worth a listen. The Rapture comes, parentheses again, is a nice, quaint acoustic tune with some pretty melancholic guitar picking. Noah's always had a very fitting vocal tone for this sort of song, and with all the vocal effects on his voice as he sings the chorus, it really makes for a memorable experience on the album. Lyrically, as the title implies, it mentions the Rapture, which is this Christian belief of an end-time event where all believers will ascend and meet the Lord. Good song, I like it. Parentheses Tell Me What You Want on the complete opposite end of the spectrum is easily the poppiest cut on this entire album. It features this very funky melody, glamorous synth work, bouncy percussion, and claps. This is the track that should be made for radio. I mean, hell, even his delivery feels more poppy than usual, adding a bit of a playful tone with some admittedly cheesy one-liners here and there, singing about asking this girl what she wants and how he can satisfy her needs. Awesome song, one of the best here for sure. Cranium, parentheses It's About Love, is the ballad of this album, and wow, does it do that job well. Surprisingly, it actually took me a bit of time to warm up to this track, but I'm glad I just fell in love with the ambient synth work and overall smooth demeanor the track gives off. However, the main attraction here is Noah's voice. It's probably the most powerful he's been on any track that he's released to date. It's such an outstanding performance as he sings about, well, the title kind of says it, it's about love. Getting lost in this woman, moving, and leaving away all the fears, all the anxieties. Beautiful song, another favorite of mine. Late Night parentheses Love, however, is my personal favorite song off this album, and it's got everything to do with that melody. It is so incredibly infectious, especially on that chorus, despite it being the same line repeated over and over again, which in most cases I'd usually hate, but here I really love it. I also really love how the second verse evolves with a bit more of a rap flair to it. It feels very unique and is definitely another standout moment on this album. And lyrically, really, it's just another love song, wanting late night love but also knowing that it won't work in the end. Phenomenal song, worth a listen as well. And finally, the closer Pray to Me parentheses Horny Deity. If I had to pick a least favorite, it would probably be this one. The synth blending feels very light, almost too light for all the effects put on Noah's voice. The melodies are nice, and I enjoy the guitar work too, but the track does kind of end pretty abruptly at the 2-minute mark right after the breakdown, almost feeling a little bit unfinished. Lyrically, he's comparing himself to a deity and asking this person to pray to him. I still enjoy the song regardless, just kinda wish it was more, especially as a closer. Overall, this album is extremely impressive for a debut. So varied, so colorful, hypnotizing even, and for a 28-minute record, it's surprisingly concise. I really hope this is a stepping stone to bigger success, and if we can get some posts with the hashtag #MakeNoahJeans that would be amazing. But aside from that, I'm feeling a very strong 9 out of 10 on this album. Well guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.